Hey, Spencer?
Yep.
Oh, perfect. All right, finally got this set up. All right, I apologize for the delay there. That's just
Hello?
this. Spencer, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
All right, perfect. Again, I apologize for the delay, Spencer. Just tested this earlier, so I apologize for keeping you on the line.
Oh, no problem.
All right, well, you're a pop artist from Indiana, and you've been a busy guy the last couple of months. You've been recording music since you're about 5 years old. What got you into music?
What got me into music? Well, I've always loved music. I've always really had music as a main part of my life, singing around the house with my mom and my dad in the car, um, and everything. And so eventually just one day I was singing around and figured why not try something with it. So I did a competition and ended up doing pretty well. So it just kept growing from there.
You also performed locally at a local county idol contest when you're about 13 years old. In your bio, it says that experience was really important for you. How was that experience for you, and how did it shape your career?
Well, the fact that that was basically my first ever singing experience, and the fact that I did all right, I ended up finishing second in the competition, so it went pretty well, and I was excited about that, and so I was like, why not try something serious with this? Why not, do something other than that? And so we found a station around, not a station, a recording studio, and I ended up recording my first single, and we've put it on YouTube, and a lot of people liked it, so I just kept trying to sing and do that.
Who has influenced you musically?
Influenced me musically, I'd have to say Toby Mac and Lecrae. Toby, I've listened to his music ever since I was about 4 years old, and so ever since his first album came out, and just he keeps on making music that can relate to a lot of young kids, but has that positive message with it, and so that's really been an inspiration for me.
Now you're currently on tour. You're just in Indiana, Texas, Tennessee, and Kansas, and later you'll be in Ohio. Talk
hmm
briefly about the tour and what your thoughts are heading into this Ohio performance.
Well, I'm excited to keep doing places and stuff. The past few shows have gone great. We've touched a lot of people, and a lot of people have enjoyed it. We've gotten some good feedback, and it's really exciting. I just love being on the road and doing what I'm doing. It's a lot of fun, and I'm excited for this Ohio tour and this Sunday. Then we come back to Indiana, and I'm excited because I get to see a lot of the people I know, and we get to be close to home. So it's kind of fun and exciting.
You released your EP One of a Kind on iTunes in February. For listeners that have never heard you before, what can they expect to hear on this album?
On the album, you can expect to hear songs with hope. That's what I really tried to base the whole EP around. Hope through being bullied, or if there's a tough circumstance in life that you just feel like you can't get through, you can always look at your verses in the Bible and stuff like that. And then also, like, fighting against peer pressure and, having that sense of hope that you can overcome different things like that.
Now, what were some of the challenges, I guess, in coming up with the album, if there were any?
Some of the challenges, I would have to say, we would agree or disagree on a certain way a song would sound, on editing and the way I'd sing some like certain little verses and stuff like that. And but other than that, I mean, it went pretty smoothly. I worked with some great producers that were able to really get what they needed out of me, and then we were able to really work together to produce the best that we could. And I'm happy with what the outcome came out to be. So I feel like it's a success.
You're just joining us live on Radio Nation. We are live with Spencer Kane, Indiana pop artist. Now, you wrote a song and recorded, excuse me, a song, "Be One of the Kind," a song about your experiences being a victim of bullying. Talk to me briefly about the song, and was it difficult to write at first?
Well, it wasn't too difficult. I mean, the bullying had really kind of slowed down after. It was really when I was younger, and so me writing this song when I'm a little older, I'm able to look back and really kind of put things into perspective. But the song's really just about personal experiences of being bullied, and also hearing a lot of my fans around the world talk to me about their experiences with bullying. It's a serious topic around the world and with my age group, and it's just really something that I personally connected with, but I knew a lot of other people could too.
Now, you're a spokesperson for the Pacers organization, National Bullying Prevention Center. Talk about your involvement with this organization.
Well, the Pacer organization is a great organization for bullying prevention. They've helped a lot of people around the world help like with the bullying situation and stuff like that. But I'm excited to be a part of their organization because I feel like they're a great let me think of the word, a great helper to like get my message out there, but also help a lot of people. And the fact that my song can, be used with their program is just very humbling.
Do you mind sharing us what you experienced in terms of bullying, what you went through as a victim of bullying?
Yeah, when I was around 13 years old is when I really started to, sing and take a better stance with my faith and starting to, figure that kind of thing out. But I'd already been a basketball player and a baseball player, and so making the singing and the faith type choices really kind of put me as a subject for being bullied and kind of set me apart from everybody else. And I was different, and I was labeled different things and stuff like that. And so it was really hard for me growing up, and so sometimes like I just felt like I had nobody to talk to and stuff like that. So me having those friends that would back me up, or me going to my parents or God for help, was really the best thing. And so with my song "One of the Kind," I'm trying to encourage people to be that person that that can be kind to the people that are being bullied. If someone's being bullied, I want you to go out and be kind to that person, encourage them, help them, and stuff like that. And so that's really what inspired me to write the song, but also my personal experience infliction onto the song too.
Now, your father is a pastor, and so my question is how big of a role did he play in for you going through all the bullying and in your musical career?
Well, when he was the pastor at our church, I'd been new to the school. I didn't have very many friends other than my church buddies that went to the same school, and so when he stepped down from the church, I got some bullying due to I don't even know. I was too young to really understand what was going on, but my parents recognized that I was being bullied, and so they kind of pulled me out of that situation. And I'm glad because my friends started to act a little differently, and it didn't really go the best. But other than that, there wasn't too much bullying that came from his situation. But I would in the church and sometimes like that and stuff. So, but other than that, nothing really.
What's the message that you stress to kids and teenagers about bullying? Because I mean, on your website, you've got a very extensive involvement with bullying and speaking to children and teenagers. So what's the message that you're really trying to convey, or what's the angle of anti-bullying that you're really trying to stress on people?
Just being kind to people. That's the really big thing that I'm trying to stress. Being kind to somebody can really make a difference in their life. I mean, if someone's alone at lunch and you go sit over by them and have a conversation with them and, be friendly to them, it can really help them and not feel like they're an outsider or rejected or you just have no friends. I mean, it just can really make a big difference. So that's my main point, is being kind to people.
Your Twitter feed talks about Skyping into the classroom of students to talk to bullying prevention. You recently apparently Skyped a school in Montreal, Quebec, which is pretty exciting. But how has that been going for you? Were you able to Skype in and talk to a school?
Well, it's great to see what they not only have been influenced by my songs and what I've been doing, but also to see what they've been doing on their own and really trying to make an impact on the bullying scene at schools. I mean, just seeing such young kids already getting involved in trying to help this huge cause is just really awesome and great to see. And so I'm glad that I can be a part of that.
Is the reaction that you get from these Skype calls, are they positive? What sort of feedback are you getting from them?
I'm getting pretty decent feedback. I mean, I've only done one so far and a couple others, but the feedback that I'm getting is that they really enjoy the One of the Kind song, and they really like that song due to it fitting into what they're doing in the classroom. So it's nice to see that they enjoy what I'm doing, but also have their sense of wanting to help people too.
Now, Jennifer Armsby of Music Review Unsigned writes, and I quote, Well, one thing's for sure that Spencer Kane is a name that people will be hearing a lot of from in the next coming months. I think that there may be a chance with a big label behind him that he can become the next big thing in pop and hip hop music. What is that feeling like when you get a positive feedback from a media outlet or from an organization that's got a bit of a name behind it?
Well, that's extremely humbling and something that I just don't take for granted. I mean, something like that, it's just really kind of puts things into perspective of what I'm doing for myself and really encourages me to keep doing what I'm doing and reassures me that what I'm doing is just making an impact and that it could be a possible career for me.
Now, you were nominated in 2012 and this year for Pop Artist of the Year at the AI Music Awards in Los Angeles. Talk about what that feeling is like to again be nominated and how you found out about being nominated.
Well, that was a very awesome experience. I mean, I had no clue up until we found out that my music was even being like shared and stuff like that. I mean, we submitted it, and the fact that it was chosen was just awesome. And so it's really reassuring. Like I said to the other question, it's just really humbling, and the fact that my music is being recognized like that is just really cool.
Just getting down to the last couple of questions here before we take some questions off of Twitter. And if you're just joining us, we are joined live on Skype with Spencer Kane. If you have a question for him, you may tweet us at @radio_nation, and we'll take the best couple of questions. All right, so you were recently featured on a cover of I Am Entertainment magazine and the cover of Temperance Youth magazine. How was that?
Oh, that was really cool. Those were my first two magazines, and we're definitely going to keep those in the scrapbooking and save those for a long time because that's something to remember, and I'm really happy that I was given that opportunity.
Now, aside from a career in music, you also have a career in acting, from what I understand, and you're on the TV show I Shine Connect. Talk about your role in that show.
Well, I play myself, Spencer Kane, and I'm kind of the kid that's kind of real about everything, like just kind of goes with the flow and doesn't really, try to stand out too much. And they got me a little bit in my personality outside of acting, but it's fun. It was enjoyable. It was my first acting experience, and so I hopefully it can lead to other opportunities too. And it airs in March, so if you guys want to check it out, it's on TBN, and it airs later in March, early April at the latest.
What is it like playing yourself?
It's I guess it wasn't too much different than me being just me. I guess I didn't have to act a certain way, so it's kind of easy.
Yeah, I can imagine. I don't know what that'd be like to play. So that sounds pretty cool, actually. Was the hardest part, I guess, just learning your lines, or?
Yeah, I was really nervous about learning my lines and not forgetting my lines. But once I got there and seeing how everybody was so like relaxed and chill about everything, it was kind of easing to know that everyone wasn't really stressing out about everything.
Now you also do video logs and you do a kind of a corny joke, from what I understand. Do you have one right now off the top of your head that you want to share?
Yeah, no problem. Let's see here. All right. What do you call an alligator in a vest?
No idea.
An investigator.
I like it. I also read on your bio that you have a dog and you love your dog very much. Do you mind talking about your dog? Because you wrote a very, very nice and lengthy piece about your puppy.
Yes, I love my dog. His name's Mac. He is 9 or 10 years old right now. His birthday just so happens is the day before mine, so it's like we were meant to be. I don't know if that's weird or not, but I was saving up for a bike when I was younger, and I decided to, spend whatever money I had on a dog, and we spent a whole entire day searching for my buddy. But it was the last place that we went to where we finally found him. And but he lately has been getting into some trouble with some skunks and got sprayed twice in about the last 4 months. So we had to put up a fence in our front yard.
Now, does he get to go on the road with you?
No, not yet. He gets to pick me up from the airport, but that's about the farthest he gets to go.
That's still pretty cool, though.
Yeah.
I'm going to take a couple of questions now just off of Twitter, and this one comes from Deanna, and she wants to know, who's your role model?
My role model? Definitely Jesus. he is a great role model to follow, and I just really appreciate everything he's done and given me opportunities, and I hope to live as positive a life as I can, and so that's what I really try to portray in some of my lyrics too, is really trying to give a good positive message.
What's the next step for you in your career at following up with the tour?
The next step would be performing at schools around the area. We've booked some schools so far, having me coming up, I think 5, where I will be going and talking to them about my bullying message and singing for them, and getting involved with the kids. And so that's basically the next step. And then whatever else iShine has for me to do. But I am actually also doing a performance in Texas, Dallas, Texas. It's called Lifelight, and there's about 30,000 people there last year. So the Newsboys are headlining for them this year, and so I'm excited to perform there.
Now, you also get a lot of airplay in Australia, Chile, across the United States, the UK, France, and Croatia. What's it like to know that your music's being heard worldwide?
Well, when I was first started off with my music, that was the main goal, is to get my music on the radio. And so the fact that it actually kind of happens, it's just really cool and awesome to think, wow, somebody around the world's in their car turning up their radio and hear my song. It's just really awesome to think that.
This question comes from Vanessa off of Twitter, and she wants to know what, in one word, if you could describe your childhood in one word, how would you describe it?
If I could describe myself in one word, it would have to be goofy. I love to have fun and joke around, but I don't know. I can be serious sometimes, but I'm happy and good-hearted and goofy. So I'd have to say goofy.
For those that want to get a hold of you on social media, how do they do so?
We'll go to my website it's SpencerKaneMusic.com, but it is down right now because our servers were attempted to be hacked at. Like someone tried to hack into them.
Oh, wow.
So yeah, all our servers are down. My dad runs all that, and so all of his websites that he's created and all my stuff is down. My Twitter's still up and my Facebook's still up, but my website's down. So if you guys just go to YouTube and Twitter and Facebook, you guys can find my stuff at Spencer Kane, Kane is how you spell Kane.
This is a good question. If your life was a song, what would the title be? This comes from, I'm trying to figure out the name, but I'll figure that out in a sec.
Let's see here. My life in a song. What would a good title be? That's a really good question. I've never been asked that before. Let's see here. I have no answer for that. I'd have to think about that for a while.
That is a good question, and that comes from trying to figure out her name here. I don't actually have her real name, but it's Bluebell_Twinkle on Twitter, so that's pretty cool. That's a good question. I really like that one. This question here comes from Tommy. She wants to know what size are your feet?
What size are my feet?
Yeah.
My size of my feet, I wear size 12.
All right, going to just pull one more quick question here off of Twitter. Going to elaborate on this one here. This one comes from Tommy as well. She wants to know what your favorite thing to get at Dairy Queen is, but I'll ask, what is your favorite fast food restaurant?
Favorite fast food restaurant? Oof. Wow. All right. Well, there's a lot of them, but I'd have to say Taco Bell. I could live at Taco Bell. I get my license in April, and I already told everybody that's the first place I'm going with my license. I'm going to get my cousin, which is my best friend, and we're going to Taco Bell. And my favorite dessert from Dairy Queen, if I'm going to answer that question, would have to be an Oreo Blizzard.
Now, if you're at Taco Bell, what are you ordering?
If I'm at Taco Bell, I am ordering well, it depends. Over the summer, in the 90-degree weather up here, I'm a catcher in baseball, so I have all that gear on, and it gets pretty tiring, and I could probably eat a whole 12 taco box by myself, but that's a rare occasion.
Final question for you. If you could perform anywhere in the world, could be anywhere, where would you love to perform?
Well, I haven't been to California, so that'd be pretty nice, but I'd have to say probably Madison Square Garden. I know, like, everybody in the music industry tries to get there. That's, like, the pinnacle of performing, I guess, so I would want to perform there.
All right, Spencer, anything else you want to add before I let you go tonight?
No, thank you for the interview. I really appreciate that.
Thank you, Spencer, and thank you for putting up with the strange technical problems. This is
No problem.
so thank you very much for that.